Mark Crossfield here, and today we're going to talk about the downswing. So give you some basic ideas of how to think about your downswing, control your downswing, get it working for you so you hit better shots. I'm going to do lots of this with a driver in my hand, but a lot of these ideas could apply with irons also. Downswing Basics. Let me know if this video helps in that comment section down below. Let me know what else you'd like me to cover in the Basics series. If you're not subscribed to this channel, maybe consider subscribing, because a subscriber of this channel who follows the link down below has got a chance of winning Portugal holidays and more down in that link down there, thanks to your golf travel. This was filmed in Portugal at a beautiful golf course, which you'll see from the setting. Let me know in those comments down below what you'd like to see more of these basic videos of, because I do love doing them. So let's start with what the idea of the downswing is trying to achieve. The downswing basically is trying to get you into an impact position that allows you to function. So you are going to see a lot of golfers, if you were to stop them at impact, in a lot of variations of impact positions, because their downswing is going to help them get into an impact position that allows them to hit the ball how they want to hit it. So you think about it, someone drawing the ball is going to be in a different impact and have a different shape of downswing than someone maybe hitting cuts with their tee shots or iron shots, but both shots could quite easily line up in the fairway. So rather than searching for your perfect downswing, you've got to search for your perfect downswing. It's about getting one that suits your style of play. But some basics that allow you to try and find those ideas. When I hit the ball, I want my pressure, my weight, if you like, on my left side. I want to feel like I'm pushing into that left foot. I want that right foot coming off the ground. I want to get some pressure off that. Now, when I say I want my pressure on my left foot, I want to get it across there, but actually when I hit the ball, it's starting to come out of that left foot almost as if I'm jumping up, but we'll come to that as the video goes on. I also want to feel like I've got my hips rotating more towards the target than where they started. So if they start facing, say, this camera here, I want them turning somewhere off towards the target, so say around 20 to 40, 50 degrees open as a range of motion, if you like. And I also want my shoulders getting back to not kind of close to around where they started, square to slightly opening up as I come through. I want my downswing to allow my club to pass out in front of me. I want my downswing to get my club coming out in front of me in a track somewhere towards the target, and I want it to help me control my club face. So to give you an idea, if I get up to the top of my backswing and don't rotate, just pull my arms down, a few things happen. I feel like I'm going to push my ball out to the right. It feels like my club face is going to come in and want to point off to the right. It's not going to have time to get round to where I want it to point when I hit the ball. I might feel like I'm going to bottom out a little early as well, so catch the ground. So to help me get my better strike, help me change my pass, I'm going to use my downswing, so how I rotate and push across, to really try and control these ideas. So the most common question I get is, how do you start your downswing? The way I would think about starting my downswing is by actually really feeling my connection with the floor. So once I've put the club over the top of my right shoulder, I've got that club over into my backswing. What I'm going to do to start my downswing, I feel like I'm almost pushing down into the ground. I feel like I'm going to really squish down into the ground. Now this is with both feet. I feel left and right foot like they're pushing down to allow me now to move over onto my left foot and up as I come into the ball. Lots of golfers literally try and feel almost like they're just coming up straight away, almost pushing up, which then does tend to lead to quite a lot of tilting, again hitting the ground first, those kind of ideas. So for me, I'm going to feel like my initial start of my downswing is for me to almost go down, so push down with both feet. Not felt like I've really gone across much, even though a video would show that I have moved that way by pushing down. Then from here, I'm going to feel now that I'm pushing up and back to the left. The more you can get your downswing feeling like it's connecting with the ground, pushing in, pushing out, it'll really help you with controlling force, and it'll help you with rotations of your body as well. Also, as I start my downswing, I'm going to feel like I'm pushing down, but at the same time I'm going to feel almost like I'm starting to rotate towards that target. So knees, hips, shoulders are going to feel like they're rotating back this way, because you've got to remember, I've made a run up. I've started facing this lens, I've turned away to face behind me here, so as soon as I start my downswing, I'm going to push down, but also start the journey back to really starting to rotate this way. Getting players to feel like they're turning, usually quite aggressively on the downswing, is such a positive feeling for them. When I capture range of movements with amateur golfers over years, general rules of thumb is that they just don't want to rotate that way back towards that target strong enough. So starting that downswing by feeling like you're going to really get that body turning as you're pushing into and out of the ground, again, is a great way of getting that club face to feel like it's going to come out down in front of you and out forwards. What assists lots of golfers with their downswing is trying to feel like they get into a really good extended follow through position as well. If you want to think of the basics of the downswing, I often move people's patterns in their downswing by getting them to make sure they finish in a very extended twisted follow through. So where I feel like my hips have gone to the target and behind, shoulders have gone right round to the target and even beyond, pulling that right foot up onto its toe. Lots of golfers who don't have such dynamic downswings, who want to say just pull down, hit grounds quite early, we tend to see lots of fallbacks or very half-hearted follow-throughs. So you can really help your downswing often by thinking of that final product of the more extended follow through. Some really simple drills to help you get the feeling of what's going on in that downswing. So trying to get that pressure down and out of the ground and rotating. First one, I want you to go to top of your backswing. Literally from here, you don't have to hit balls here. Feel like you literally just bend both legs down, so both knees bend down, literally lose height, and then from here turn and jump up. Again, I wouldn't really be hitting balls like this. I'd be feeling this action and see how much more rotation that gives you by me pushing both feet into that ground. I now really feel I can jump and turn out of that ground. Great way of practicing some downswing action, down, up and out, rather than just getting to the top of the backswing feeling like just rotating. Often for golfers as well, what that can do is it really starts to pull past left when they feel downswing start purely by just really spinning their body. Push down, jump up as you turn, gets that sequencing on the downswing for so many golfers in a better place. Next idea for good rotations, I'd be starting some swings where I have my feet say 45 degrees open. This restricts my backswing turn but allows loads more rotation on the way down. If you're someone who struggles to really get that body turning on the way down, this is a great way to feel more turning. Other variations of this, turn left foot out, keep the right foot relatively square, again bit of resistance on the way back, and really turn around that lead foot rather than having it straight on and creating some resistance down here in this left knee. One last great feeling that people have to help them with their downswings is again thinking of that follow through position. I want you to think of a few tilts in your body, in your upper body, so in your torso area. A couple of practice swings where you get to your follow through position, I want you to feel really extended out in your lower body. So my belt buckle, my waist is as far forward as I can get it, where my chest is back almost where the ball was, while at the same time I have a little bit of lean in my shoulders, right shoulder lower than left. This again is a great way of feeling great extension through your body, creates a bit of speed. To do this as well, you'll find it very easy if you push down and then push up as you turn. You'll really get this kind of your hip area coming out from underneath you to give you some better tilt, which again might just help you deliver that club into that ball. Now when it comes to your downswing, there's loads more, like a million other things you could talk about where your club face is, so what twists and angles you've got in your wrists, and maybe I'll do another video on that. Maybe post comments down below if you want to see more on these basic ideas of downswing. But those ideas are so specific to certain shot shapes that they're maybe not that basic. But look, one generalized pattern that you can use that might just help you, certainly with someone who loses balls off to the right. As you do all these ideas in your downswing, trying to get your body to work, obviously if you think about it, if I do all these great drills but I turn the club and point this face almost up to the sky and try and turn through it, that is not going to help me deliver a face anywhere but way off to the right. So when you start your downswing, thinking of that lead wrist, for most golfers, as soon as they start down, trying to flatten that lead wrist with arm, not have any extension in this wrist, is a fantastic way to control face. If you control face at the same time loft, that makes all these ideas of using your body on your downswing, using the ground, actually fall into place, and they kind of make them work. Remember, at the end of the day, if you've got no control of the face the path, loft, you can hit high shots, low shots, left shots, right shots. That's going to dictate where that ball starts. If you can get your body syncing with that, you're going to hit a lot of good shots. Let me know if this helps in that comment section down below. If you've not subscribed to the channel already, maybe consider subscribing. You can just hit that button down below, and there's often a face pops up here, you can hit that. Also, post a comment in that comment section down below. Again, let me know if this helps. Let me know what you want to see more of. What other basics do you want me to cover? I can cover them.